Hello, everybody. David Lemon here for another Groove LemonAid session. This is the number 61 for this year. We're getting very close to the end of the year, so we'll see how many we will do by the end. Yeah, we had a good week with Groove this week. We did a lot of improvements. A lot of interesting things are showing up. I'm going to show you some of the things that came out live. And give you just certain updates on how things are progressing, and then we're going to go in and answer the questions. As you know, we are doing Q&As, so the actual reason behind what we are doing here is to answer your questions. So perfect. There we go. I'm going to open up immediately Facebook because this is where we have the comments that users asked before we actually started the live stream. So I'm going to just look into the questions in there immediately. Give me just 1 second. I'm not sharing at this moment anything on the screen because I just want to have a look at the questions if there are any. All right, there is one question inside the Groove JV group. I usually don't stream in multiple groups, but today I clicked the Groove JV group as well by mistake. And then here is some more questions in here. All right, let's just hide this. Let's just show this. Let's zoom in. All right, so there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was a post inside a Facebook group which you could have commented your questions on, and I have already a couple questions in here. And I know that Brian Dunn is always asking about progress, so I'm going to start with progress update by answering his questions directly. You have probably already spoken about GrooveMember 2.0, so probably no need to ask about it. I actually got you, Brian. I didn't, but I will now. What's the latest news with the GroovePages SEO module? Okay, have a great weekend. Perfect. So as Brian is asking, and I tricked him, I didn't talk about it because I knew his question. It's basically the same thing every week. He is looking for updates, and I always provide updates. But if you have seen my past Q&As, I was talking about a GrooveMember and the last update that I got from the devs that we're looking good to go live on December 10th. Now, that did not happen as that. It actually was deployed even earlier. It was not the 10th, but it was deployed on 5th, on Sunday. So GrooveMember now can receive members. You can add on your members, and that was on the Sunday the 5th. We didn't do any announcements, and we will not do any announcements until most probably the 15th. There is still something that is being worked on, and that's kind of the last missing link. I'm going to show you GrooveMember right now and what is live, what you can use, and what is still missing from it, and then when I'm going to do the announcement, that's all going to be in there. So what went live, not on the 10th, it was actually before the 10th. It was on the 5th. On Sunday, we deployed the functionality to add members into your GrooveMember version 2 account or membership. So let me just jump in over here. Let me just log out actually and go to one of my demo accounts and show you what I mean. Previously, when you were creating your GrooveMember memberships, you could have designed everything, add in your content and things like that, but adding members were not possible. So now you can actually go in and add members. At this moment, it's a bit more manual because the missing link I'm going to mention is to automatically add members through selling or through automations. And that's something that we're still connecting to the memberships. But what you could do is you can actually add yourself as a member to see how it works. You could also add some test members, or you could actually start adding like paid members, but it's a manual process right now. You just select the access levels and the emails. You set up everything in here. Access levels are managed over here in this screen. We're going to, as I mentioned, do an announcement, and I'm going to show how this works. But you do different access levels, and then you decide what goes in there. If you have multiple different courses in one membership or things like that, you at this moment give access level instantly to everything. Later on, with the missing link that I mentioned, that is most probably going to be done until the 15th. This is connecting GrooveSell. And in that case, you will be able to manage, okay, I have a membership with multiple courses. And if somebody purchased the basic level, they're going to get one course. If they purchase the medium package, they're going to get 2 courses. And if somebody purchases the pro package, they're going to get 3 courses. Okay. So this kind of selection of who gets what is at this moment not possible. When you add a member over to a course directly or to a membership, they will have instant access to everything. So we don't have yet this selection of one purchase this, they will get this, one purchase that, they will get that. So that's still the missing link, and that's being finalized right now and tested. And the last information I got is that it's going to be done by Wednesday. I actually believe that's going to happen, because so far the GrooveMember team was on track with their timing. So I will not say this is going to happen. It should happen by 15th. All right. So yeah, membership access levels. You have an option to manage what goes into membership. Membership is kind of a big box where you can put small boxes in. A small box, we can call it as a course. So you can have multiple courses in a membership. And in membership access levels, as we called it before, content bundles, you can decide what goes in there. What content are you adding in that membership access level? Okay. So when you actually go into one of the courses, for example, this course, you can add this course into a membership. You can add more courses into one membership, but you could also add members directly to the course. So that's something that you can do right now. The course is basically the builder, so there's not much going on there. But now you can test and play with adding members in there and see how that works out. All right. There we go. Yeah, so that went live on the 5th. We are still improving it. We still need a couple more days to kind of do everything. Then you'll see the announcement. You'll see the notification show up. And then we'll be able to move on further from there. Basically, you'll be able to use the memberships for the version 2. It does not have all the bells and whistles that at this moment the version 1 has, but it's getting there. It's moving faster than we originally expected. All right, that's about GrooveMember 2.0. So about the Groove SEO module, that's at this moment still pending to be deployed, and I'll need to double check with the dev team on why that's still in the pending state. But that's being done. And yeah, last time you asked me also about the SEO module, Brian, and I mentioned all of the plans that are going to happen. But the first thing for everybody to know, sitemaps and robots are going to be deployed. I do not have the date right, because there are certain things that need to happen inside the Groove in order to allow that kind of management of sitemaps when publishing. So I know that the testing was done. There may have been some things that they found additionally that they needed to check. I'll just need to have an update from the dev team, so I'm going to provide that to you probably next week. All right, happy times. I love the name. Hi, David. I'm trying to set up affiliates for a product. I'm running a summit and want to offer a free entry with a paid upgrade for recordings. All right. We tested it, and it is an email. We tested it, and an email was sent every time a free entry was sold. All right. So this would not be good, as it would give the impression to the affiliates that their commission would be higher, as they see the email after email coming in as people sign up the freebie. Can this be set up without the email going out as people opt in to the free sign up, but then affiliation attached to the paid upgrade? Unfortunately, no. At this moment, we don't have options to manage the email sending. That's going to, we will have an option when you go into your account over here. We will have email manage email or something like that. That will allow you to customize your emails, put in your own logos and the colors, and also change the text that is being sent, and kind of customize all the system emails and turn on some, turn off some. Until that happens, you won't be able to kind of manage what is being sent out by the system emails, unfortunately. But I do not understand why the issue would be that affiliates get an email that they sold something for $0. That's just how we do it as well. We also get notifications whenever somebody have purchased or somebody sold something that is a kind of a free amount. But yeah, I mean, people have different preferences. At this moment, unfortunately, that cannot be turned off. If you would like to have affiliates added to your funnel, that needs to happen through GrooveSell. I was thinking maybe earlier just to do a form and then have a GrooveMail form add people through automation, but that's not possible because the GrooveSell form needs to be used to add affiliates in there. I'm setting up a free offer in the product category and pricing it at $0. All right, this may not be the right setup. Basically, if people opt in for a free access, the email is collected, then they are sent to the page where there is an offer to pay for the upgrade. Yeah. Is this a bump or sell? So it's not a bump because you never received the information for the credit card information from the customer. So it's if the first product is $0 and you didn't receive the information about the credit card from the customer, then the sell is the first time when they actually give you their credit card details. And we separate these transactions in our GrooveSell reporting as well. For example, when you go into your GrooveSell reporting, we have this free transaction, okay? Exclude free transactions. This is the toggle switch that turns off all of the numbers that are zero in price. So if you sold, or actually if you get 20 people to sign up for your freebie, that's going to be considered as 20 transactions for a free product. Okay, so the free products transactions can be turned off by excluding them over here. So it's basically being secluded in the reporting then. So let me just come over here. So that's not a sale. It's actually a sale for $0. But if you're looking for sale for amount higher than zero, then you'll be able to kind of see that in the reporting. But we call a sale is when you have purchased or sold something for money. And does Groove currently have the capability of doing this, or should I purchase another affiliate system for now? There is no need to purchase any other affiliate system. GrooveSell handles all that. So let me see. I am setting up the free offer in the product category, all right, and pricing it at $0. That's fine. This may not be right setup. This is the right setup. This is how we use it for Groove as well. When you go groove.cm and you see that form on the actual page, get started for free. This is a GrooveSell form, okay, and this is for a $0 product, which is a free account with Groove. So this is the same setup that we are doing as well. Also, I trailed the email and one person got the email but the other didn't. So is that still not stable? I don't know what means trailed the email. Email trailing. Trialed, maybe trial, like you tested the email send. Trialed, okay, yeah, trialed. The email and one person got the email but the other didn't. If you are talking about the system emails are being sent. There may be some filters set up in a user's or in an email inbox that is kind of sorting those emails that are being sent. Certain inbox softwares don't have don't like the different words like pay or offer or things like that get secluded, or they get put into junk or spam automatically. So the first thing I would check with this person is if they checked spam, because it should arrive if it's a system email. If it's an email that you sent automatically for kind of marketing purposes, then that's a different thing, and that should need to be checked differently. I'm in Australia, so won't be awake when you discuss this, but look forward to the recording. Thanks, David. All right, so happy times. That's my answer. Hopefully this is helpful. If you have any further questions, please reach out. We can go through this together, but it would be maybe better if you kind of record your process and see and show us where you may have gotten stuck, or what is the issue that you're having on here, so that we can actually get it pinpointed. If you record this type of video, please reach out to our support team. They would be able to look and suggest look into it and suggest you what to do. All right, there's a follow-up question on here. May or may not be a question for here. I need to have the funnel, as mentioned in the last question, set up for the next week. Where do I find someone reliable to help who knows Groove? There is many of our users out there in our Facebook community, so I would definitely just look out for posting into the community. Mostly people that answer questions with a full-on answer inside our community, they know their stuff. You will find, if you actually post about, like, I'm looking for somebody who can help me set up a funnel with affiliate marketing, yada yada, people will be just saying PM me, PM me, PM me. Those are maybe good, but those would probably not be the best options. I would look immediately for examples of funnels to be sent to you, or something like that, that have affiliate funnels included, or affiliate marketing included, just to find the right person that you want to work with. But there is a couple people that I can suggest. There is Kevin Strite. He has his own community and everything around Groove. He really understands it. There's also Jasmine. I don't know what her name is fully. She's usually answering these types of questions. Jasmine Kratz, I believe. She has a team behind her that is working with funnels, and there's a lot of people, I just don't remember them now. So please ask inside the Facebook community. People will be able to reply to you, but just ask for references, ask for created funnels with affiliate marketing in them. Rick has a question. Hi, David. Do you know if the mega menus are good or bad from an SEO perspective? Can Google read them and follow the links, etc.? These are just links that show up when somebody hovers over it. So I believe it is kind of it is basically a block that gets shown when somebody hovers over a link. So it's basically inside the code, and it's a clickable link. So it cannot be bad. If you structurally look at it, it's nothing that can harm. It's just a user experience from the front. The only thing it could affect is the loading speed, but I don't think that should be affected badly, because it doesn't load, I don't know, extra content that needs to load for a long time. It's mostly text or links or images or icons, maybe sometimes forms and videos, but that's kind of over the board. So depends on what you put on your mega menus, the loading speed can be affected. But from an SEO perspective, the on-page SEO, I don't think can be harmed in any way. The user experience can be improved, because you can customize these and create your own branded menus, which just boost the user experience. You can offer the users what they are looking for immediately on there. So I believe it can improve SEO, because people will be staying longer time if they find the information you're providing or that they are looking for. So from that perspective, from the bounce rate, it can help it. From the user experience, it can help it. If you put a lot of stuff on it, it can it can kind of delay the loading speed, but it shouldn't be super super big loading time on there if you add a form or a video or image. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. It may be something more in the back end of that, but if you just think of the functionality, it's a block that shows up when you hover over something. So is GrooveWebinar now mobile responsive? Not yet. That's being worked on. We're working on the different system pages and on the embeds. We'll update you guys when it's done. That was Reagan's question over here. So, all right, let me just come over to GrooveJV. We had a couple of questions over here as well. Let me just reload to see the actual updated list if there is any new questions. Okay, Sergey has a question. Is it possible to automatically unlock a new course modules once someone shared the promotion tool somewhere, for instance when using a social sharing button for Instagram, etc.? I'm just thinking from the technical point of view, it may be, I do not know how, if that would be a big feature request, like if many people would want that, but it's definitely a very creative idea, Sergey. So I would suggest you maybe just to go to our feature request portal, just hover over this, sorry, not this one, but the three dots in the bottom left corner, click roadmap and feedback, and you can request this functionality to be added. We'll see how many people upvote it and then act according to that. But at this moment, it may be doable, because with the button we could trigger another action to happen within Groove. It would do actually two actions. One would show up the actual Facebook, but one would trigger adding the user who is clicking to a membership. So I think it's doable. I may not know all the technical aspects of it, but I think it can be done. But please request this functionality so people so that we can see how many people want it. All right. So I believe the Facebook comments have been all answered, and we can move on to the questions from the live streams. Oh, there's quite a lot of questions from you guys. Perfect. I'm going to go through them. If you have any more, please pop them in the comments. Perfect. First question, Vincent. Question: how do I set up a store to sell my homemade greeting cards or T-shirts? I haven't seen a lot of template layouts. Thanks. Vincent, that is basically as when you're selling anything else. The difference is that you wouldn't import a product from a third-party platform like Dropify or AliExpress or Slingly or I don't know, Printful, but you would actually upload the design yourself, or you would upload the product and showcase the product, set up the prices, set up the description and things like that yourself, and then sell it, and then I'll manually fulfill it when somebody purchases. It's a little bit more manual because the importing of the product is the only part that may take a bit longer, but all in all, it's a straightforward process. Let me just show you how to do that. So in GrooveKart, when you go over and open your store, you probably have a store, so I'm not going to explain how to create it. What you will need to do is basically handle the setup, this initial setup, the store details, international settings, the shipping, taxes, payments, and then you can kind of launch the store. Set up the legal pages, and then store design. You mentioned that there is not a lot of templates. That may be correct. We are working on the template designs right now. But you can create your own. And what I would suggest is to have a look how other sites that you may have found online look like. And through our blocks, you can create your own designs. For example, if you want a header like this, you just drag it out on the canvas. If you want the next section to be like this, then you drag it out on the canvas, like for example, here. And you can create your own through the blocks. If you don't like the blocks, we do have pages. If you go into the pages over here, you can set up a template, use a template for the pages, and then have a look at some of these templates that we offer. I'm pretty confident that that what you're selling could be done through a layout like this T Perfect. You basically will show the imported products that you created and then design the store to your needs. So as you see, it's basically just placeholders for your products, but this does not mean that this is exactly how you need to use the store. You can go into your blocks and then, for example, drag in some of these blocks, like for example this one. Let's put it somewhere over here. Oops, not this, but like this one, just to bring in a little bit of color, for example. So you could just use these blocks, have a look. We have quite a few of them on here. More and more products or more and more templates are being added. We're actually designing one right now that's going to be a one product store, this kind of a funnel type, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you can create your own store design, and that's something that you would need to pay for with other page build or other store builders. The page builder aspect of it is most of the times not included. And now we offer you templates, but we also offer you the options to build out your store fully. So yeah, when you kind of created your own store, the second thing is what I mentioned, is adding in the products. Adding in the products would be done on your end manually. And let me just kind of go out. And you come over here to the products section, my products, and then you just start creating your own products. You just put in the title, the description, you can put in the different categories, and manually set up the product. You can set up the variants, for example, in case you have one design but want to sell it on a blue shirt or a red shirt, or you have another size variant. So the sizes are S or M or L, like small, medium, large, or you have different numbering system for the kids clothes, for example, 142 till 172 or 189 till whatever. I don't know the kids sizes, but you can set up these variants, all of them here. So we have a 6-step process. In the first step, you put in the information of the product, like product name, tags. These tags will show up whenever you're searching for a product inside the search bar of a store. You can set up a different category over here. You decide if this is a digital product, like you're selling the actual downloadable design that goes onto the t-shirt, or you're actually selling a standard product, which is the t-shirt itself with the design on it already. So you can manage the description of the product, like you can have the summer description, full product description, upsell description, SEO details, that will actually show inside Google or on the Facebook for open graph markup. You can set up different product dimensions in case you want. Then you can move on to the next one and things like that. So you go on through this step by step. You put in the details, and then that's going to allow you to sell your own manual products. Would that be for greeting cards? Would that be for your t-shirts or whatever you mentioned over here that you're selling? Yeah, t-shirts and greeting cards. Yeah. So that would be the process. Hopefully this helps a little bit. It is a very powerful software. There's a lot of options, but you don't get overwhelmed. You don't have to set up each and every aspect of it in order for it to work. Just set up the things that you think will need to be there, and then do some testing. And then if you get stuck, feel free to reach out. We also do training for GrooveKart every Tuesday at 4 p.m. On our YouTube channel and on our Facebook group. We have Frank and John Garcia. So Frank Salinas and John Garcia, they are the GrooveKart professionals. They go in and then they teach people how to create a store. They started from scratch, so in case you don't know where to start, you can follow their progress. Digital with Nest is saying, good morning, David. Good morning to you as well. Walk us through. Hi, David, Francine here. I trust you and our family are well. Thank you very much. We are doing good. Can you please explain how to use Open Graph social share settings for visitors to land on a specific part of the website? Thanks as always. Unfortunately, that's not possible at this moment. The social share settings will be for a URL directly. It's not for a and also in the social share settings, you don't really have the option to manage the URL that you share in certain cases. Like for example, in GroovePages, you don't have the option to manage what exact URL to be on. Let me see. Okay, I don't have GroovePages open right now, but when you are managing the social share settings, that means that one page can have its own open graph or basically social share settings. I'm going to show it to you here. So this is my home page. If I go into the settings, I can set up the over here in the left hand side corner. Let me just remove my name and even the banner. So I'm over here at the bottom. So this OG image, this is where you manage the image, and this is where you manage the title. But that's basically it. The URL will be taken from the page URL. In our case, this is the home page. If you are managing a different page, like for example this page 2, then the URL is going to be over here, this one. There's no way to actually manage the open graph social share settings to kind of drop you into the different section of the site, unfortunately. So that's basically with it. And in GrooveBlog, we don't have the different separation per blocks, so we don't do this interlinking between sections, so that's also not possible there either. All right, let me just put up the banner so that people that join later, that they know what we are doing. GrooveMember 2 feels a lot better to set up than version 1. Very much looking forward to its full release. And that's how it was planned. We planned it to be easier. We planned it to be more powerful and to be allowing us to deploy faster and upgrade the system better in the future. All right, Eduardo is here. Hello, David. It's nice to see you here in your session Q&A. Again, I wish you a good weekend. Thank you very much, Eduardo. I wish you a good weekend as well. Integration with Kajabi. I attempted to set up Zapier, but it does not pass the test. Any ideas how to get customers to gain access to my course that is presently sitting in Kajabi? Webhooks. Kajabi works with webhooks. I do not have a Kajabi account right now, but we did a training on that one. Let me just point you into the right direction. So if you go into our YouTube channel and just type in Kajabi into the search, we have a video how to integrate GrooveSell with Kajabi, which means if somebody purchases your product from GrooveSell, they will get added to Kajabi. So this training was done in 2022 in 2020 in September, but this is still fully relevant. As you can see, this is still the old UI that we had, but this is managed within a product. So when you go into a product, you come over here to the fulfillment section, the number 8, and you set up a webhook. So the next thing is to log into your Kajabi account and search for the webhooks where you have your different offers. And let's see, probably over here in the more actions. Yeah, more actions webhook, if you can see it here. How to integrate GrooveSell with Kajabi. Look into this video. It's going to explain you how to use it. It really is a simple process. It's just a 1 minute 46-second video. Very quickly you can set this up, and that's basically going to allow you to sell through Groove but fulfill through a membership in Kajabi. And that's the fastest, and that's a free way, because then you don't need Zapier or Zapier in certain cases. They call it like that. So hopefully that helps. All right, digital with Nest. Proof widget. If you turn on the PW password, or what's a PW? After you have a few signups. Oh yeah, proof widget. Will it include these signups? Yes. This might better after there are a few signups to avoid one signup popping up over and over again. Great idea. Could you probably just add that to the feature request portal? That would be great if we could kind of prioritize it over there. There's a lot of things that we want to do with proof pop-ups. We want to also do connect it with GrooveMail and show signups on a forum. We also want to do it through different apps like GrooveMember, how many members actually showed up or how many members are included and things like that. So the proof pop-up will get improved. And if we have this as a feature request inside the feature request portal, we'll be able to do that as well when we actually go to tackle the proof widget improvements. So please add it to the feature request portal. All right, learning with Eric. Will we be able to delete members, or will we have to do it like version 1? Yeah, so the deleting of members is still going to be disabling the member, because whenever somebody interacts with any of your Groove assets, would that be GroovePages, would that be GrooveSell, would that be GrooveMember, they are a contact. So they are somebody that you can contact through GrooveMail again and again. So deleting that member will delete it from all of those assets, and that's not what we want. We want somebody maybe just doesn't want to receive any of the options, like for example, somebody doesn't want to be a member of your course anymore. In that certain case, you'll be able to disable it in different courses, for example, but deleting the contact will not be possible. There are certain cases, like for example, your test emails. For example, you have been testing your funnel and you now have a bunch of these contacts added to a GrooveMember. In certain cases, that's going to allow deleting, but that's going to be done through GrooveMail, not through GrooveMember. More on that later on. We are actually working on this process right now. I know that guys were doing some changes in regards to that one with GrooveMail. I just am not up to speed with that, so I'll need to double check. But yes, we're thinking on how to handle those email accounts, for example, that you used for testing, or somebody wrote a wrong email, or they just didn't add the full details in there. So how to manage those. But we won't be doing deleting members in GrooveMember specifically, because that could cause trouble in the other apps. Arting with Randall. I will be teaching live sessions and repeating them over time. I want to drip the content. When I reset the time for it to release, will the previous members lose access? I will be teaching live sessions and repeating them over time. I want to drip the content. When I reset the time for it to release, will the previous members? What I would do is I would clone the membership, and I would, if you're talking about GrooveMember version 1, I believe if you turn off the different access, then the users would not be able to log in. I believe that's how it's set up, the previous one. The new version will have a different way of managing that, but I would clone the membership if I would be you. If you're running multiple different trainings, like for example multiple different sessions, I would just clone the membership or clone the course and add it like that. This is going to be much easier with the version 2, because we are actually creating steps to manage this type of thing. But for now, try cloning the memberships for the different trainings that you're doing. Hi David, I want to use custom color palette for my Groove page. Can I save my custom color so that I don't need to type in the hexadecimal value every time? Can I attach it to a specific site? That's called themes. That's going to be done, but not at the moment. We don't have the way to save the color. We call it swatches. Swatches are kind of your own preferred colors. Inside our color picker, which is platform wide, we do not have a way to kind of preset your favorite colors and then go and use those inside the system. But that's something that we already have on the to-do list, and we want to do that. That's probably a 2022 project, but at this moment we don't have that option yet. What I'm doing, what our designers are doing, is we keep kind of a list, maybe in a notepad file or Evernote or Nimbus Note or anything, really, just a Word file or Google Sheet, where you save your colors, and then you mention this is the blue, this is the red, this is this, and then we copy paste over the hexacode to the to the page. Sorry. Jean-Pierre Michael or Michel, Michael, I believe. Jean-Pierre says we really need Groove Mix art to be translated or translatable. Not sure what mix art is, but I believe the software in general needs to be translatable, and I agree with that. And that's something that we mentioned we will do. It's just that at this moment it's not high priority on the to-do list. Question. Hi, David. Thanks for all the great Q&As. Loving the Christmas jumpers. Thank you very much for noticing. We're running an e-com store, physical products on GroovePages and GrooveSell, and now that GrooveKart subscriptions are on the way, we plan to move to GrooveKart. However, right now, we have multiple landing pages, and we create new landing pages every week for different promotions. Is it possible to build multiple landing pages in GrooveKart? Yes. Or would you suggest keeping landing pages in GroovePages and embedding? I cannot see the full comments because it's pretty long question, but I get the gist of it. So if you are planning to sell everything through GrooveKart, you still can do as many pages as you want. You don't have the full-on capabilities of sorting them in folders in GrooveKart, but it still allows you to create as many pages as you want. Let me show you how to do it. Oops, sorry about that. So when you go into GrooveKart, which I am in right now, I will go into the builder, and inside the builder is basically GroovePages for GrooveKart. So what we did is we took this and we created a separate page builder out of it, which is GroovePages. This is why we have the GrooveKart page builder and we have GroovePages. So if you come into the pages over here, you can create as many new pages as you want. All right, so you can have many landing pages if that's what you want, but you could also embed the different product sale checkout pages. What I would suggest maybe to do is not embed the widgets, like for example a checkout cart onto your site in GroovePages or onto your landing page in GroovePages, if that's what you are thinking, but to actually link it with the product's order page. Let me show you how to do that. So Halloween pumpkin long sleeve sweatshirt. Let's just go into the product, and when we click, product data is loaded. When we click preview product, we can just link it to this page directly. So let's just say this is my product that I want to point to. So in my GroovePages, I'm going to link my button over to that product so that it's purchased inside GrooveKart. Okay, so this is a way that you could do. This is the easiest way to do and easier to manage because you just have linking between pages. There are other types of linking, and that's more with buy buttons and checkout embed buttons. And let me show you what they do. So as you can see, buy button is giving you a buy button that you can rename over here. You can change the different settings, but it also gives you an option to, in case your product has variants, it is going to allow you to show this variant selector. You click generate code and you get the script that you can embed onto your site. Would that be GroovePages or would that be any other platform that you may have been using or may be using? So what you need to do is just embed this code. Let's just add it above the button. And in here, I'm going to just add this in there. All right. And now we have a button. So it's normally left aligned, but what I would suggest you to do in this case is just to make this a little bit smaller. And now we basically have it in the middle of the screen. All right. So if we preview this page, what's going to happen is when somebody clicks this buy now, it's going to slide out this checkout cart option. Okay, so this may be something that you want to do. So it looks cool. If you have more products, you can the more you click the buy button, the more products are going to get added in there. Right, so that may be something that you want to explore as well. And there's a third option that I don't really like because it doesn't look good. to be honest, is a full-on checkout embed form, and it looks very ClickFunnels-y, and it looks pretty basic. So buy now, okay, generate form. Let's just have a look how it looks like. Show product name, show product image, generate form, and that's going to be a proper form that's going to show up in certain cases. So let's see if it shows up on here. Okay, it doesn't show up, so there may be something that I did wrong, but it's basically a checkout form that has that asked for the user's name, user's product, user's email address, and stuff like that, and then it goes through the checkout directly. So my preferred way would be this one, or just linking to the product page. In that case, you can do your pages or landing pages inside GroovePages and just link over to your GrooveKart store for the actual processing and the process of the purchase. Yeah, these are the two things that I would suggest. All right, let's move on to the next question. Hopefully I didn't. Okay, I lost the questions. Give me just one moment until I find it again. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So the next question is, so when someone buys a free product, they do not have to provide any payment information? Correct. So if you set up a $0 or zero amount, and you create a checkout link or a checkout embed inside the GrooveSell system, you have an option to say this is a free product. If you turn this on, then it's going to skip over the payment details. Question: is it possible to post a QR code connected to your affiliate link? Would that be a red flag for Facebook? No, I don't think so, but that's very easily done. Let me show you how. You just go on to Google and type in QR code generator. There is a bunch of them, some paid, some free, but you can just find the one that works best for you. So enter your website text or drop file here. So let's just say URL and then enter your website. So I'm going to go over here to my Groove Partner program, copy over my link, and just create a QR code. So I'm just going to use the first one over here, and link, and it generates the QR code. Now, if I scan this, actually, it should go over to the website. So let's give it a go. You can download the JPEG. Let's just do this. Yeah, they are asking you to sign up, or a vector file, but you could just also probably screenshot this or embed it onto your site somehow. You could actually do these types of cool looking layouts as well. So let's just do a demo, and let's try to actually scan this. I do not know if this will work. That's the first time I'm creating a QR code, but yeah, go to website and it's opening up the groove.cm site, most probably with my affiliate link. Yep, there is my affiliate link on the top. Not sure if you can see it. Hopefully you can, but it's basically the affiliate ID equals something something. This is not against the rules, and it's a good idea. So yeah, this is another tool that you could use in your arsenal for sure. A smart one. All right, let's move on. If we made 25,000 sales, would these be counted towards our 25,000 contacts, or do these contacts be counted for people who fill out the form and are added to the list? It's contacts, so it's unlimited number of sales. You can have a limited number of sales, but the contacts are what matters. If you have 100 contacts do 1 million sales or 1 million purchases from their end, that's still 100 contacts inside the system. So you still have much more to go. But yeah, that's a good question. So it's contacts that are limited. The sales in GrooveSell are unlimited. You can have as many sales with as many products, with as many funnels or product funnels in GrooveSell. That's not limited at all. If you have a paid product but the coupon reduces the cost to 0, do they have to provide payment details? Yes. The issue is because the actual product is not costing $0. The product costs, let's just say, X amount of dollars, but the coupon made it 0. But still, if the actual product is set up originally to cost something, the checkout system will count it as a as a as a as a product that needs payment. Maybe it could be a one-time payment or payment or a subscription. It will need to have a credit card received. So, for example, you can do a $0 product, for example, with a coupon, but that's maybe a subscription. So, how would the system actually be able to understand on where to get those money for where to get the money for the next recurring subscription payments? So that needs to be there. All right. Hello, David. I have purchased a product from 3 members on Groove.cm, and all 3 sent me through the process of signing up for Groove and upgrade. Even though I already have a lifetime account, I'm still receiving their daily emails trying to sell me on upgrading to Groove. Do you have any suggestion on how to ask customers if they have Groove account in the process to eliminate this when I sell products? Uh, there's that's basically a sequence that they put you through. I don't know who you're talking about, and if they have their sequence on Groove, then you would probably be able to kind of opt out from receiving from that user. We'll be doing opt out, or basically to not receive any more messages from this specific sequence. Like we'll have that option in as well for GrooveMail. But for now, there's not much that you would be able to do. If you have plans to do something regarding this for your own funnel, you can actually manage that. If you I don't know, you're selling a product, and after the product on the thank you page, you say, click here if you don't have a Groove account, but if you have a Groove account, but click here if you don't have one, I'm going to hook you up. So basically separating it somehow within the funnel itself. And then you kind of send emails to those that don't have it yet, but don't send emails to those that have it. It's basically cost saving as well, segregating or segmenting the people and maybe tagging them, like has a Groove account or does not have a Groove account yet, is a good way to go, because then you'll have information and then you'll be able to put them through different sequences later on. But for yourself, that you are already on the different lists and they are sending you daily emails, you can just opt out, or ask like reply to them and ask them to stop sending you, because you are already a Groove member. There's not much I could suggest you other than that, unfortunately. It's basically how you set up your systems. The systems will allow you to do different things if they are set up that way. All right, Sergey has a question. What does Sandbox mean in version 2 of creating membership? How to choose the right version? Any future merging of versions planned? Sergey, that Sandbox means that it's being developed, and currently you can play with it like a kid in the sandbox. But it's still being worked on heavily, so it may be that you find some issues. We are always looking forward for the feedback from our users in regards to any of our platforms, but Sandbox really means that it's still at very early stages, and we don't want to call it even beta. So it's before alpha, because because it's being developed right now with you guys. You are testing it out, playing with it. You see if something broke, you report, and then we can fix it and then push out a more stable version. Merging of versions is not planned. The Sandbox will go away after we kind of have fixed the bugs. We have all the features that we wanted to have for a first stable version. So we will have Sandbox kind of go away, but at this moment still at very early stages. That's why we call it Sandbox. Same with GrooveWebinar, same with GrooveMail. What is the purpose of being able to create a GrooveKart every 7 days? Could you explain, please? The purpose of being able to create a GrooveKart every 7 days is you may be creating stores for somebody else. Let's just say you're doing it for clients. You can create a store every 7 days for one client, for example. You could also create a stores for yourself. Let's just say you have now created a good strategy in your head, and you have a proof of concept where you learned how to sell socks very well, and now you want to create a new store in order to sell, I don't know, shoes in the same type of way, but through a different store, to brand it differently. Then you want to create another store. Basically, it's not something that you need, but it's something that you can do. So it's not limiting you. With other platforms, you need to pay to play. With GrooveKart, you can have one store only for testing purposes. Let's just say you can have one store for different family members. Let's just say you or your wife or your husband want to create a store for themselves. On one account, there can be multiple stores being run. Each one of these stores will have separate login details, separate user roles and permissions. So you can have different virtual assistants, or you can have somebody to like a bookkeeper or accountant to handle the financial part of the things. So yeah, it's pretty powerful, and allowing you to create multiple stores and basically unlimited number of stores it's a very good bonus. And that's a very, very powerful selling point of Groove itself, that we don't limit you in order to kind of create your stores. Try that with Shopify. Try to create 7 stores with Shopify. You'll probably get hurt with your wallet will get hurt just because you have 7 stores without even selling anything. So yeah, with GrooveKart you don't have those limits. Can you show this button's second action setup? I do not know what this is related to. Sergey, if you could explain what you meant with this question, I could maybe show it. Try to give me full questions, because sometimes I just don't know what it is referring to. What can we do to SEO the pictures for GroovePages? There is a couple of things that I do myself when I'm doing any kind of build. First thing is, let's just say I have an image. Let me find an image. Anyway, I'm going to do it right now. First thing is that I'm going to do image compressing. So I type in image compressor, and there is a bunch of them over here. I just choose the first one, and then that's good enough. Upload files. I select, let's just go here. I select an image like this one, for example. There we go. It's 256 kilobytes, but I'm going to compress it, and now it's going to have, it's going to be 27% smaller or more compressed, but the quality is kind of the same. There's no visible changes in the quality, and now you can download this image itself. So what I would do is probably set up a new folder for my website build. Let's just say website XYZ, and then I'm going to have all my compressed images. Okay, and I'm going to save it here. All right, so now I have my compressed image. The second thing is I would want is to convert it to a WebP. Our system will handle that automatically. It did handle that, but there was a change in the system that kind of does not do it anymore. We are implementing a new system that will handle that automatically, but until then, and I just think it's a good use. It's a good thing to kind of get used to doing, because with other systems that may not do automatic conversions, you would still have better results. So let's just do this. JPEG to WebP. So that's the second thing. First is to compress. Second is to go and convert it to WebP. WebP is an image format similar to JPEG. You may be familiar with that one. Most of the cameras and the photo cameras and the phones, they create images in JPEG. But WebP is an image that is specifically created for web browsing, for faster loading, for better experience in an internet environment. So let's just go over here to the compressed image that I created, and I'm going to upload and convert a JPEG to a WebP. All right, so I converted it to WebP. Click convert. Here we go. The image looks the same. It's identical to the naked eye, but it means a lot to the actual computer. All right, so now I have WebP images. So you will see here behind my big head, probably you cannot really read it. Maybe if I zoom in like this. Okay, I cannot zoom in anymore. So anyway, it's basically showing that it's a WebP file type. So I saved it now as WebP, and when I'm uploading it, let's just come over here to set it up as a background, for example. I will upload this WebP image to GroovePages. You can see it shows up pretty quickly. I'm going to upload it. But the thing is that this image is large. It's pretty big. So it's 1,700 pixels in width. That means 1,700 dots of color horizontally. I do not need that many pixels for an image that's going to be in the background. Most probably it's going to get blurred as well, and also I'm going to have some color overlay on it. So I'm just going to resize it to 1000 or 1000. Yeah, let's just do 1000, and then update dimensions. All right, so then I'm going to click off and then click on again just to see if the actual dimensions are good, and then I'm going to select it. Once I select it, it's a very good thing to actually go and set up the different alt settings for an image. So that for the background is not possible, but when you're setting up images to be found, like for example an image element, for SEO it's very good to set up all of your on-screen images with an alt tag. So just briefly explain what the image is about. So if you're talking about us page, for example, this is the founder, then you would say founder image, or image of the founder, or founder of XYZ company. Yeah, just an image attribute, so Google and the search engines would know what the image is about. This helps with ranking in Google with images. So founder of XYZ company. When you type this into Google and you click on images, this is how this understands what the image is about. So it may not be directly that they put this alt text in there, but it helps a lot. So that's basically the things that I can think of from my head right now on how optimizing images can be done. I'm pretty confident that there can be more to do, but if you do this, you are good to go. You did probably more than 80% of people that are creating websites. All right, can I delete a store in GrooveKart? Yes, I made an error in the naming. Don't do that. If you delete it just because of the naming, really, there's no need. If the name is something like a subdomain, it really does not matter. Believe me, if you are serious about building your store, if you're serious about business, you probably will get a custom domain. In that case, the subdomain something.groovekart.com does not matter what it is. If you just did a typo, it does not make it worthwhile just to delete the store and start a new one. Like, that's something that people get stuck on. Oh my god, what my subdomain is going to be. It does not matter. I just write just some gibberish for subdomains, because I know that if I know I'm going to connect a custom domain, then it really does not matter. It's just basically to have some sort of connection for the Groove database, and somewhere where you can kind of see how it looks like, but the subdomain does not really matter. So if that's the issue, um, I, I I don't think that should bother you a lot, April. Okay, do you have any suggestion how to ask customers if they have a Groove account in the process to eliminate this when I sell products? You could do it through a button in your funnel. Like, for example, as I mentioned earlier, on a thank you page, you can have how would I set this up? Probably get access to your free gift, and then it probably shows up a pop-up. I could set it up. I could see it set up with a pop-up. A pop-up shows a video with 2 buttons below. A video could explain maybe all of the things that you can do with this free gift, and then one of the big bold buttons will be like, I don't know. The big bold button can be get my free gift, or yes, I want the free gift, and then you transfer over to your affiliate link. The other option could be like, no thanks, I already have an account, or something like that. So this will immediately kind of segregate those people. You could also do at this moment, the clicks on a link in an email cannot be tagged yet. That's going to be very helpful. But what you could do is, I don't know, you just got my gears spinning in my head. It would need to be an outside action for the moment, because even if you do check marks on a GrooveMail form, that cannot be tied to a tag. So yeah, just external actions for the moment. You asked the users before they went into your email software. Could you please demonstrate, or could you demonstrate how to set up a conditional split tag in GrooveMail? For example, I want to set up a tag that stops sending promotional emails for the free account once they have signed up for their account. Also, it appears that once a person signs up, I have to manually add the tag to them on my list in GrooveMail, which would be the list of people who signed up in order to get this is not possible right now. This is going to be available when the GrooveSell is connected to GrooveMail. That's being worked on, and that's almost finalized. We're just working on the UI. This is connected to the activity log. If you have been watching some of these Groove LemonAids in the past couple of times, I was talking about the GrooveMail activity log. I'm going to show you what that is immediately inside Groove. You can go into GrooveMail, and if you click on leads or contacts, oh, they changed it. This was leads before, now it says contacts. And if you click on somebody here, you'll see that this is the activities. Activity log will show all of the transactions and automations and sequences, forms, and basically everything that they did within your own business. For example, if you're selling a product, they will it will be like you may have a funnel with GroovePages. Somebody clicked on a buy button. They purchased the product. They purchased the XYZ product. They got tagged. They got added to a list. They got this. They got that. And all of those actions will be recorded in this activity log over here. That's being worked on right now, and very soon is going to be released. I believe next week we are connecting all of the apps into the activity log. Once the activity of a sign up under your affiliate link happens, that's going to be recorded over here. Once somebody purchased a Groove platinum, for example, through your affiliate link, and you received the affiliate commissions, or you were awarded with the affiliate commissions, that's going to be marked here. So based on the activities that are happening, you'll be able to do certain actions. So that's conditional split that you talk about. That's going to be possible at this moment. It's not yet. What link should I send out to someone so that he can sign up for a free account through my link? The link it can be gotten from a multitude of ways. I'm going to show you the easiest that I suggest to everybody. When you are logged into your Groove account, click over here to this Groove affiliate program. Everybody sees the same button. So whether you are upgraded, whether you are free, whether you are not even a user yet, if you have an account, you will see that button over here. Click on it and scroll down a little bit, and you will see the actual promo tools. Give it just a moment to load. It's still loading the page. Here we go. So once you are on this page, just copy this first button over here, first link through this button, and that's your affiliate link. If you want, you can have more links. You can have a look what each of these do, but that's basically up to your exploration. So you can go and visit this link, you can go and visit this link. This is the upgrade page directly. So this is the page where they purchase. You can promote GrooveKart as well. You can promote the long copy sales letter. See, this is a long page explaining the differences and the benefits of Groove and things like that. So you can play with these, but this is how you get your links. So just click on the button on the top, scroll down, and you'll find this section. Click on links, and you'll see all of those here. But the easiest way is just to copy the first one. That's going to the main groove.cm page, and it's going to be tied into your affiliate account. Okie dokie, let's move on. What is the difference between my affiliate link or my affiliate recruitment link in the Groove Partner Program? My affiliate recruitment link is when you are probably going to get somebody that will promote Groove only, may not need the software by itself. I gave an example in one of the recent webinars or videos that I did with Donna Fox, where I mentioned, like, imagine if you were a friend of Jeff Bezos. Okay, Jeff is, everybody knows Jeff Bezos, or Elon Musk. Let's just use Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a very active person online, has a lot of connections, a lot of followers, a lot of people looking into each and every move that he is doing. Imagine if you could get Elon Musk a link to Groove. You probably know that Elon Musk won't use Groove because that's not something that he needs. But Elon may want to promote Groove. So you give him your affiliate recruitment link, which means that you get Elon into the game, and he will be your affiliate, which is awesome. Elon may not purchase Groove, but may actually purchase Groove. But where Elon now has a Groove account with his own link, and if Elon Musk goes out and promotes Groove, you will get second tier commissions, because Elon is your first tier, and then everybody that Elon invites will be your second tier affiliates. So basically, you can rank in a lot of money from people that may not even want to use Groove. They just want to use the affiliate program of Groove. So this is for those people that don't need the software, or that already have a software that they are comfortable and that they are using, but may want to just join an affiliate promotion, for example. So in those cases, the second tier affiliate recruitment link is useful. Yeah, this is something I was thinking to actually do a full-on campaign. You can steal my my idea for Shopify. You know that Shopify is a great platform, and there is a lot of people teaching Shopify and drop shipping and print on demand, and there's more people teaching it than probably people doing it. So why not reach out to those people that are actually teaching it with your affiliate recruitment link and tell them, hey, this is a platform, GrooveKart, that is very similar to Shopify. If you actually promote it, you can get money. You don't have to do much. It's basically all built into the software. Just mention it and you get commissions, I get commissions, and everybody's happy about that. You can do unlimited stores, and then you could kind of introduce GrooveKart, because GrooveKart by itself is a very powerful software, and not only this affiliate program, but somebody that is already using Shopify would probably not want to transfer over if they are like deep in the game, but it may be interesting for those people that they want to kind of teach how to start from scratch. They don't have a lot of money to invest in a store. Shopify may be a good platform, but it's pretty expensive for everybody. So I don't know. This is a very good idea that I think a lot of people could use and implement and make a lot of commissions promoting it. Cecilia, I believe I answered this question earlier. I showed you a video resource. Please search on our YouTube channel. Just type in Kajabi and Groove, and you'll find a way to integrate Kajabi into your own GrooveSell funnels. My questions were ignored in the live meeting yesterday, so I hope you'll respond. I asked for the updates on all webinar related products and timelines. This was answered multiple times last week, not last week, on Tuesday actually. I believe this is maybe I can check. I remember their last name Parker, if I'm correct. I may be wrong though, but there's a person asking, most probably you, about the timeline of webinar platforms, because we kind of promised that it's going to be out. We never promised any timeline. If you think that we promise any timelines, you may be wrong. We cannot do that because we cannot with certainty see when the development of a certain app will be done. We can kind of estimate, but that's just not good enough. So we don't offer any kind of promises about the timeline. I also mentioned last week that, and you can see the timestamps, by the way, GrooveWebinar automated is going to get finalized for this year. So the automated webinar platform is going to be good to go by the end of this year. It's still in Sandbox. It's still early version. We're still working on it, but by the end of this year, it's going to be usable for serious webinars. For the moment, you can go in and set things up, but at this moment, it's missing some features still that are needed, and that's what we're working on. We will have GrooveStream that's going to house a live webinar platform, a live streaming platform, an automated webinar, an automated stream platform, a conference call platform. So it's basically going to be multiple platforms in one. It's pretty powerful, and that's also going to start development soon. That's not available yet, but the technology behind it is available. The technology we are going to be using is from FitClass. FitClass is one of the marketplaces that the team that is working on Groove, they developed as well. So FitClass has this live streaming options already. So we're just going to use the same for GrooveStream. So I don't think it should be too long until we see some updates on that. But yeah, that's going to come next year. We don't have an estimate at this moment. We didn't even start. But for GrooveWebinar Automated, by the end of the year, going to be able to use it properly. We never ignored your question. It was answered multiple times, by the way. I also saw you were in the, if this is the same person, I saw in other groups buying webinar software, then I believe you are already covered with some other options as well. When we create a new page in Groove, we give it a name. Is there a way to manage or change this name? Yes. So pages and names of pages are managed within the builder. and I'm going to show you the exact spot of it. Whenever you create a new site, I'm going to show it for that, but whenever you create a page, the page's name are going to be shown here or here. So when you click on this third option, or actually fourth if you count the logo, third option inside here, pages, you go into these three dots, edit settings, and this is the page name that shows up over here as well. If you are talking about the site settings, so as you can see over here, this is going to show GrooveMail Servesh. In certain cases, when you start a site, it's taking up the template's name. So for example, vegan food delivery, and you type in something over here, test site. Certain pages may have the names of vegan food delivery. In certain cases, the site could be called vegan food delivery, but that should be renamed. As you see, now it's called test site, but the pages are something that we didn't name. But in case you want to name it, you just go to the three dots, edit setting, and then you can change the page name. You can also edit the site name later on by clicking on the gear icon and then moving to the site name and then changing it here. So hopefully that helps. Okie dokie. Let's see. Hello, David. When will GrooveMail be ready for production use? It's already good for production use. It's still being developed heavily, but it's already, you can use it for sending out emails. All right. This was a question asked again. Can you demo how I get content from a form in GroovePages to add a line in Google Sheet? Zapier does not show my Zapier integration names. Why? I don't know. But what I showed last time is through a different system with webhooks. If you look at last week's Q&A, I'm going to show my screen here. Go onto our YouTube channel, groove.cm, and find last week's Groove LemonAid number 60. I did a full-on demo on how to do a connection between GroovePages and Google Sheets. So let me just find it over here. Sharing links, manage email addresses under my... It was a strange question, but I answered it with the webhook. Give me just one moment. We timestamp questions exactly as they are being asked from our customers, because that's how a lot of people find it. So I create a customer front-facing website. Could be this one. Oh yeah, this is the one. So there was a question from Paul. No, not Paul. Hold on. Okay, so I answered this question very quickly, but the next question was about, here we go. So can you perhaps quickly explain how to create a simple customer contact form on the homepage of a service-based company website? Okay, so this is where I went into how to actually create a form, and I also showed how to connect it to Google Sheets. So I actually went through the whole setup. I use Pabli instead of Zapier, but it's the same thing. So you can maybe follow this. It is, instead of webhooks, I was using instead of Zapier integration, I was using webhooks, which is something that may interest you. So what is the simplest way to create a customer contact form on a front-facing website? This is where I actually went in there and showed it. So this may be something that you want to look through. It's using the, let's see if this has a form. All right, it does not have, but if we had on any kind of form, which is opt-in form, there we go. I'm going to edit here. If you know GroovePages, you know that you can do integrations and you can have Zapier and whatnot, but I showed this other method, this post method. So if you're interested, have a look through this video. The timestamp is 1 hour 10 minutes. And this is where I went through all of that webhook. So hopefully that helps you, Drew. All right, let's move on. Is there a way to have a membership portal page list all courses that allows members access only to the course they have paid for and goes to the sales page for the courses they have not paid for? That's something that we are doing. I'm not quite sure if that was done already in the previous portal. I believe so. Let me just see. The current portals are going to be change. We won't need portals anymore with the new way. I'm just clicking finding GrooveMember. Give me just one moment. Cannot find it. All right, I'm going to open it again. So the current portals are not going to be needed because the way we have the new GrooveMember version 2 set up, it's going to include portals immediately in the membership site. But in case you are creating a portal before using GrooveMember version 2, I'm going to edit this previous one. In the memberships, you select which ones you want, and you can have, where is it? Display memberships. Okay, so you select display memberships, display all memberships, only accessible memberships, or forced login. Do you want to forced login first and then show memberships that are available to a customer? Display only accessible memberships, and every audio membership will have a learn more button. This is when the user is logged in, or display all memberships even though they are logged in or not. So this is the option you would need to select, and then you add on your memberships. As you can see, the ones that have green button, these are already selected. And you can select a template at this moment, and then you go to finish. So when we open this portal is going to show the different memberships with learn more buttons. If somebody has not purchased the membership yet, if they are not logged in, they will have this learn more button to purchase it. And that's basically how portal works. The way you manage the links for each of these memberships is going to be when you are creating the membership itself. Give me just one moment to see if, okay, I'm here. So these were the portals. The portals were set up and they are just displaying the membership with a learn more button. But if you come into content and membership, and I'm going to choose one of these memberships, for example, the sales page, this is where you add the link. On the portal, when you click the learn more, you are redirected to the sales page, and this sales page is managed over here. So inside the membership details of the membership that is showing up in the portals. So this is for the version 1 membership. The version 2, okay, will show how many courses you have. The version 1 membership options or course, memberships, they won't show how many courses you have in there. So this is how you can differentiate them at this moment. So if you have a version 1 membership, you want to set up a sales page, then you set it up here, and then it's going to show as an option to be purchased through a portal. So that's basically it. You don't necessarily have to use a landing page in here. You can directly drive them to a checkout page. You can directly drive them to a GrooveSell checkout page where they can just type in their name, email, credit card details, and then purchase it directly here. It does not need to be a sales page directly. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, I had to leave the room for a few minutes. I actually talked about this earlier. So we will have the activity logs. They will be handling this one. Hi, David. Will be needing separate login passwords for these apps on Groove, or will we have one login that can access all current apps and those to come? It's just going to be that one that you currently have. So far, we added, since I joined Groove, we added 7 apps. We had GroovePages, GrooveKart, which was not Groove, basically. We had GroovePages, GrooveSell, and GrooveAffiliate. We added in GrooveKart and then a bunch more apps, and they're all under one username password. And this is how we are going to be continuing working with the apps. You have one user login and that's all good that you're needing for the future. Hi David, could you show us how to use a slider element in GroovePages? Don't get how to add blocks into slider. All right, so where is it? Here. Okay, so this is GroovePages. I'm going to just scroll up here and add a slider block on the top. Sliders can have elements, but can also receive blocks. So in case you want to set up something that you already have or may have designed from before, you just click on the block and drag it out inside here. You drop it, and that's now a slide 1. You can go on to slide 2 and then drag out another one, and then drag it out, and then maybe change the background so that we can see a difference. All right, so now that's the slide 2 and that's the slide 1. So now you can see this is the slider. If you want to create more slides, you just add a new slide and then click update. You're going to see the slides, and then you click on the number, you drag in a slide, or drag in a block, sorry, drag in a block to the slide, then you do your changes. Okay, now this is green. Let's just do one more, which this is a very simple setup. This is probably not something that will satisfy you with your build, but I'm just showing you how you can drag and drop things in there. So let's just do this with yellow. So now we had, this one is blue, pink, green, and yellow. As you saw, this is how you can create sliders. You have a slider block. If you go into empty block, and then you have a slider block over here that you can bring over to the canvas. You also have an element called a slider. So in case on an existing block you just want to add a slider, for example, you can just click on the slider element and drag it out here. Okie dokie. Let's see. Hey buddy, glad to see you are well. What's the trick to get hyperlinked text to open in a new tab? All right, not sure what app you're talking about, but I'm going to assume that you are talking about GroovePages. So GroovePages has added a new option. Let's just hyperlink this text in here. If you have, and this is something that shouldn't, okay, here we go, that shouldn't show on top. If you add on a link, and I ask for changes on here, groove.cm, you add on a link, and then you can select internal or external links. External links is basically a new tab. Internal link is within the same tab. It's going to open this one. So at this moment, this is for hyperlinking within GroovePages. I don't know if what app you're talking about, but that's how it works. If you click external, then that's going to preview won't work, but that's going to open the link with a new tab with a hyperlink. I did request changes on this one, and that's on the to-do list for the devs. Let's just see why. Okay, so anyway, it's going to just show a check mark, and it's going to it's going to be showing open in a new tab question mark, and there will be a little checkbox. If that is checked, it's going to open in a new tab. If it's not checked, it's going to be staying within the same tab. That's basically it about that. Let's move on to the next question. Cecilia has a question. Did I hear you say that once we set up GrooveMail that our customers in GrooveSell don't connect? In other words, people who buy from us are not placed inside GrooveMail. That is correct. You need to set up an automation for that manually. We do mark people on a default list that is not available for usage right now. It's going to be very soon. It's an invisible default list, so we do mark them. But if you want to do certain actions or give tags or do anything for those people that purchase from you, you need to do an automation for that. Let me just show you how to do it. All right, I'm here in GrooveMail. I was showing the activity log earlier. So if you go into automations, you can create an automation which is GrooveSell tagging, for example, which the trigger will be if somebody purchased a product. Okay, purchased a product to through GrooveSell specifically. Then you select the funnel from your GrooveSell account. You select the product. Let's just say any product at any price point. So somebody's purchased a product, this one, then you can do a tag or you can add them to a list. Let's just see. All right, you can add them to a list, which is subscribe to list over here. And then you can save it. Basically, this is needed in order to kind of do certain actions for the moment for those people that purchase through GrooveSell. It's not an automatic system because we don't have it fully connected yet. Later on in GrooveSell, we are going to ask you what tags you want to apply directly on the product setup. Like, for example, if somebody purchased this product, tag them or add them to a list immediately within GrooveSell. That's going to show up there. At this moment, it doesn't. So for the moment, you need to manage that through GrooveMail automations. Sorry, I had to answer just a message from one of our devs. Can you save your style on the builder right now? Global style just above custom attributes, create new style, give it a name and get back to it when you need. Perfect. Yeah, that's also an option. Drew asked earlier about saving the color inside the color picker so that he doesn't need to copy paste the hex codes. I explained that I use just a Google Sheet or just a document with the actual colors. At this moment, we don't have a color swatch option to save those colors, but you could do these global style options as well. Are we going to have a forum available, or can we add forum using Zapier, for example, for using GrooveMember? Facebook is unpredictable at best. Thank you. That's actually a question I answered as well last week. This almost this identical question, maybe. Let me see. Yeah. Are there any plans to add a forum to GrooveMember? That was asked. Timestamp 1 hour 9 minutes mark. Could be the same person. Not sure. I answered it here. I'm going to answer it again. We are discussing about this forum / community opportunity. That's definitely going to need a lot of dev resources, and currently that's not in our plan. But that's not mentioning it that we don't want to do it in the future. I am 100,000 times 100,000% for a community platform. I purchased most of those platforms that are available out there. Tribe, Circle. I don't like Facebook groups, even though that could be good with certain tweaks. But yeah, we are discussing the forum capability, and I would very, very, very much so like to have it. It doesn't have to be very complex, but ability to kind of have a basic comment system for the beginning, like you add a title, you add a comment, and other people can comment that comment, and then you can see all of those titles. Kind of, that's basically a forum, comments with titles that you can go in and see the interaction for that comment. So from this perspective, it's not huge kind of development, and there are probably some platform packages that we could use to kind of shortcut the time needed. But tying it all together with the different GrooveMail actions, automations, GrooveSell, with these different things is the aspect that takes us time. So at this moment, we don't have plans for it at this moment, but that does not mean that we won't. Donna would like to see the community slash forum platform. I am very, 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 very much up to having it in Groove to save me quite a few $100s per month. But at this moment, we're just really wanting to have GrooveMember become the best membership platform out there. Not only course platform. I'm really meant a membership platform. A membership, it does not always mean courses, and that's the first thing we are going to be working on. Membership or GrooveMember will be multiple things at the same time. One is for people that are having trainings and courses, kind of a Udemy style, a lesson type style platform, like a learning management system, but also a Patreon style or Buy My Coffee, or what that platform is called. Let me just Google it very quickly. Not Buy My Coffee, Buy Me Coffee platform. I don't know. Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, Buy Me a Coffee. That's a platform very similar to Patreon that artists, writers, musicians, developers, and etc. are using, where they're receiving support and they are giving certain things in regards or in exchange. So get this for that much money, get that for that much money, but they have one membership site or platform that they log into, and then they can kind of do certain things with the creators. So that's also something that we want, and that's going to be done first. So this is what GrooveMember was set out to be from the beginning. So a learning management system and a membership platform similar to a Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee style thingy. After that is done, I'm pretty confident that we will be tackling the actual forum slash community option. So yeah, there could be talks about that in the future. All right. Obrel has a question. I want to provide a service that requires an enrollment fee and a recurring monthly fee. Can I set up the enrollment fee as a trial? Yes. And if so, will the recurring payment be starting the next month or after the trial period? After the trial period. The trial period you set up for a specific number of days. Let me just log in and then show so that everybody understands what I'm talking about. It may be that the person I'm explaining this to may understand it, but I just want everybody to kind of get the gist of it. All right, so I'm in a product, and inside the product, I can set up the pricing of the product. At this moment, I have a Protein X named product with peanut butter flavor. All right, I can set up that there is a trial for this product, and the price is going to be $7 for 14 days. Okay, but the actual price of the product is going to be recurring for $49 monthly, or weekly, or 2 weeks, depending on your setup. So what this means is that you pay $7 now, and for 14 days you don't pay anything. But after this 14 day, on the 15th day, you are going to get charged the $49, and that's going to be set up as a monthly recurring fee. So this is how you think about that. With the initial trial price, you are setting up initial period. So to fully answer the question that Obrel asked, will the recurring payment be starting the next month or after the trial period? This is after the trial period, depending on how you set up. You could also set up after 1 month. Then the actual question would have 2 correct answers. So this will be a recurring payment is starting next month, but also after the trial period. So you manage that yourself. All right, hopefully that was something that you were looking for. When will the bell icon in our dashboard be activated so we can see the roadmap and report bugs live? The bell icon at this moment is for notifications only, and the platform we are using does not have the option to to report bugs from the bell icon. We have, however, a link to a feedback portal from a different place in the dashboard. Whenever you are inside your dashboard, let me just remove this. You can see these three dots at the bottom. You click on here and then you go to roadmap and feedback, and this is where you actually report things. You can go to the feedback portal and report bugs over here. All right, so this is still within the dashboard. It's not from the bell icon. The bell icon is really just notifications and announcements. I'm pretty confident that in a couple of months we will be able to do reports from the notifications over here, but at this moment this is where you report the bugs. Okay, so that settles that. Okie dokie. Okay, I missed this one. Will we have an all training on GrooveMember or Groove membership version 2? Yes, that's something I'm actually planning. Let me just put it back. I do have a training that I didn't put in the membership yet, and I am planning to do that with the GrooveMember version 2 being out and live and reachable, in the means that I mentioned today, that we are still missing the link where somebody signs up and gets access to a certain video or a certain course or a certain membership. So that's missing. You can manually add members in there, but at this moment, an automated way of adding members is going to be available next week. So once that is done, I'm going to do a training where I take my Groove Affiliate Action Challenge videos and I add it into GrooveMember. I just wanted to show you how easily can that be done, how easily you can manage the layout, and the different options are pretty simple to set up. So in that build, I'm going to go over everything that needs to be known. I'm very confident that the Barshi is also going to come on here, with me live to kind of introduce everything, and then we'll do a Q&A. The Barshi is the product owner of GrooveMember. He is on day-to-day basis with the devs. I kind of know a lot about the development, but I'm not daily involved in the development of GrooveMember. So that's why I'm going to bring on the Barshi so that we can have more questions answered at the same time. So hopefully that helps. All right, perfect. Let me just scroll through very quickly and see if I missed something. Okay, I actually mentioned this about the forum capability. For using GrooveMember, Facebook is unpredictable, but you can use Zapier and you can use webhooks at this moment. That's what I'm doing. There's a platform called beam.gg, and that's something that I connected to GrooveSell. They have webhooks, and I connected it through webhooks. So that's a community platform that already works kind of with GrooveSell. It's not an integration, but it's sending all of the customers that purchase a product, GrooveSell, the name, email, product, and the password that I'm asking for from a GrooveSell checkout. On the checkout form, I'm sending that over to that other platform through a webhook, and then everything is being managed there. So that already works. Okay, I believe I answered all of the questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, almost 2 hours of me answering your questions. I believe I went through most of them. If I may have missed something, I do apologize. Okay, I actually did miss this one. If I wanted to build out some of my own templates to share as a bonus for my own group affiliate, can I do that? Loft Salon Studio, great lengths, hair extension, luxury makeover expert, and I don't know what else. That's the name. I wanted to kind of say, yes, you can do it. I did a video on how to do that with a simple bonus delivery, I won't go through that again, but I'm going to point you to the direction where you can find out on how to do this. If you go to the videos, you can also type in just affiliate action challenge. Then in the section called bonuses, irresistible bonus offer. Okay, I have mentioned that exact setup. All right. So simple link bonus, 1 hour, 15 and 51 seconds. Simple link bonus is where I talk about how to take a template, for example, and then add it as a bonus when somebody signs up for either a free account or a paid account. So please have a look here. Affiliate Action Challenge session number 3, irresistible bonus offer. I really talk about adding bonuses and creating bonuses. So you may find a lot of other good a lot of good knowledge in here, but please look through this. Okay, sorry, I missed this one as well. I asked about how to set up the button. You mentioned answering my first question about social sharing in order to unlock a new post or level or whatever. Is there currently a possibility to control access to a course post through some code? Oh, that's not possible right now, not even with some code that I know of, because GrooveMember is not connected to Groove Affiliate in any way that can be managed with code. So at that moment, that's not possible. Okay, actually, I have missed quite a few here. I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. When I'm coming from one screen to another, the comments go off, like way off. So let me just scroll back up and then. Okay, I answered that one. Okay, I didn't answer. Asked this question in previous session, but still not resolved. When I'm in GrooveMember version 2 and I click on the pencil icon to bring in a selection from GrooveKart, the only video that gets accessed our latest video that were uploaded. I do not have access to all videos in GrooveKart. GrooveKart, you mean GrooveVideo most probably. I would suggest just embedding it. Just do this. If you don't see the video component is still being worked on. Where is my GrooveMember? Here is my Groove. All right. If you are not progressing because you may be missing some of the videos from your video library, do this. Okay, so open GrooveVideo. Okay, and the video library allows you to get video as an embed code. Okay, let's just say this, I have this video on here. You can click on get video and then you copy this video player code. Okay, this is what you need. And then go into one of these lessons and then let's just say type in content, and instead of this text on here, you can click the plus icon. You cannot see it in my head, and you click the plus icon over here, and then you choose this code button, and then you add this in there, and then click enter. There you go. There's your GrooveVideo. So it really does not matter if the pencil icon doesn't show it. Just go into GrooveVideo and embed it. This video component, as I mentioned last time, is being improved, but at this moment there is no really stopping because we provide you a different ways to do almost every aspect. How subscribed members can add their own videos under my membership site? They cannot do that. They can email you the link and then you need to upload it. But front facing, like your visitors and your customers, don't have any way to upload videos into the backend. They can upload videos to file hosting like Google Drive or Dropbox and email you the content, and then you would need to be the person that puts in the content in there. Hi David, in GroovePages Builder in the function that to add frequently used elements at the top of the elements window in the roadmap. I don't understand the question. in the GroovePages builder is the function to add frequently used elements at the top of the group window in the roadmap. Okay, so if we are planning to do this, not at the moment. You could request that functionality if you prefer. How can I archive my sites that I'm not using but have the ability to restore a site when needed? Archive a site. So at this moment, you could it would be manual work. You could save the actual site as a file. So where is my GroovePages? I have quite a lot of tabs open. Okay, so when you go into the settings, you can export the site, basically all the pages, all the funnels, and everything. You can export a zip file, which is going to export the HTML files of your site. Once you did that, you can delete this site from GroovePages. But once you want to add it back, you will need to go page by page and add back the source code if you're a paid member. So you go and create a new site, start from scratch. You call the site whatever you want, and then you go into the source code of the home page, and you copy the source code from a saved HTML file. You just do this, and then you go into the source HTML file and then paste the code in here. You click save and it's going to show up. So that's the only way to do it right now. Let's see if I missed something else. I'm very disappointed by Groove. Very difficult to build any site, and responsive is very bad. Well, that's something you can manage. Use a template, but different people will have different experiences. We cannot, unfortunately, satisfy everybody. We do give our best with development, and we'll follow the requests and the reports that you do. But always there's going to be a product that doesn't fit a person. So if you found better luck with, and also I just want to point out that a lot of people mean Groove is bad because the page builder is kind of different than what they are used to. Groove is much more than a page builder, and that's why we actually rebranded. We're not GroovePages, we're not GrooveFunnels, we're not GrooveSell. We're Groove in general that has multiple of different sections, multiple different platforms, multiple different apps that you can use. So let's just say you want to use ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a page builder with extra functionalities. That's not GroovePages. GroovePages is really just a design tool that you can create HTML sites with this. But it does not mean that this is the only one you can use with Groove. And that's the cool thing about it. If you want to use GrooveSell and GrooveMember and GrooveVideo, for example, and not GroovePages, that's still allowed and that's still optional because, well, not optional, that's still a possibility because we allow embedding all sorts of stuff like embedding the checkout pages or from GrooveSell or linking to a checkout page or embedding videos from GrooveVideo. Try to do that on Kartra. They don't allow you to do that. You can use their mailing system with their videos, with their pages, with their everything. If you want to do anything else, kind of use Kartra video with something else, that's not possible anymore. Similar things with ClickFunnels. Similar things with I don't know, Samcart. Basically, they kind of block usage of other platforms. We don't do that, and that's why I think people will also like Groove. So if you think responsive is bad, or if you find it difficult to build a site, just use something that you're used to. Just use WordPress with Thrive Themes or Elementor, or just use anything else. You still can do funnels. You won't have all of the interconnected options like dragging in a GrooveMail element, for example. But you will have different options to do with a tool that you're using. So I'm not judging you. Not everybody will like our platform, and that's not something I'm ashamed of. I also didn't like GroovePages at the beginning. I'm liking it more and more. But that's if you think GroovePage is bad, I want to refund, WordPress is the god. That's not the thinking of in terms of everything that is available to you. Groove is a very, 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 very powerful platform, and is just getting better and better every day. But you just need to kind of figure out what you want to do. All right. Okay, these ones I answered. Sorry, I'm just looking through the questions. All right, perfect. Thank you. Got it. I don't know what this is. These are hearts and a person coding. It looks like this person is laying in bed, tucked in with with the with some bed covers. I want to build a music site to sell. Okay, I'm going to do 4 more questions, or actually 3 more, and then I'm going to wrap this up because it's already 2 hours. I want to build a music site to sell my music I create. I sent the question before. Thanks. All right, let's. Okay, there's a question. Is it possible to set up my own music site and sell my own music instead of listing my music with other platforms? If so, show me an example. I don't have an example, Vincent. I can explain you how you could do that, but I don't have examples. It's not like I'm holding all the examples here in my below my Christmas sweater. So I do not know what kind of system you have envisioned, Vincent, but you can sell digital products online through 2 methods that we allow you with Groove. One is what we call an e-commerce store with checkout or with cart function. Sorry, with cart functionality. This means you put in all of your songs onto a website, that would be GrooveKart. You put on all of your songs onto GrooveKart and allow people to listen to each and every one of them, pick and choose, add to cart and remove to cart, to scroll through different genres maybe that you have, and kind of purchase your songs that way, or whatever, not songs, music. Purchase your music that way. That's something that people are used to seeing. That's creative market. That's what a Sound Jungle is. Basically, you go into Sound Jungle, I believe, soundjungle.net. What you're going to see is an e-commerce store where you can click, preview the product, have a look what it is, and if you like it, add to cart and then check out with all of the items in your cart. That's e-commerce functionality that GrooveKart allows you to do. If you would like to sell music maybe in a bundle, for example, ambient background music for hotels, that's a great way to sell multiple music files at the same time. But in that case, I would suggest you to do it with a funnel, because with a funnel, you go through the features, benefits, and everything on a page in a more in-depth way. So it's not only showing this is my product, if you like it, add it to cart, but it's you actually selling and actively trying to show people that this is what you need. All right. So in certain cases, the one system applies. In the other case, the other system applies. I don't know which one you want to use, but funnels convert better because it's one offer, one page. You guide the users through your funnel and then get them to do one action, or actually 2 actions: buy or leave the site. With an e-commerce store, you have so many products, so many options, so many navigation menus, footer menus, all sorts of different things. It can confuse people, and people have many more ways to leave the actual product page where you're showing what you have created. So think about what you want to do, kind of figure out a system on. I don't know what you're selling, so that I cannot show you examples. I don't even know examples of people that are building different things with the 2 different systems. I have one user who I have a Groovester that I have in my Facebook friends. He's a kind of a DJ, not DJ, but he creates these loops, these music sound effects and sound backgrounds that the rapper can, for example, take. It's like dooch, 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 dooch. It creates these types of sound effects, and he sells that through GrooveSell. So he sells it through a funnel in a bundled up manner. So they basically take multiple of these songs, show it on the funnel, and then they kind of did it that way. I cannot remember the name right now, but it is possible. All right, Sotiris, will GrooveKart have page builder like GroovePages? It is GroovePages. Basically, it's GroovePages for GrooveKart. It is a little bit more developed inside GroovePages because we are creating it in a different manner. We are creating it to be integrated with every platform that we have. GrooveKart does not need all of those integration. You're probably not going to run a webinar through an e-commerce store. That's just something that that's just not something that you need. But yeah. If you have another baby someday, I'll name him Groove. Love Groove. Thanks, David. My pleasure. Share it with me, your friend with the loops, Vincent. PM me, and when I remember the name, I'm going to share a sales page from that person. All right. Perfect. That is it. Thank you very much. 37 people left watching. We had around 70-ish people at the max. That means a lot. More people are learning, the less work we will have in the support desk. So thank you very much for being here. I wish you a pleasant rest of the weekend. Hopefully you're not going to be working too much. There is a whole world out there. Go and experience it. There's a lot of people depending on you. So be there for support as well on the weekends. So thank you very much. See you next week. I'm doing another Q&A on Tuesday and on Friday. And then in case you have any questions, we'll meet you there. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.